Hey everybody, this is Natalie from Power Moon Tarot. Welcome to your reading. Today's reading is not for the faint of heart, but it is a subscriber request reading, and the reading is called How Are They Treating Their New Person? Okay, so don't watch this video unless you really want to know how they're treating their new person. And I'm sure some of us, you know, the more altruistic bunch of us would be like, well, I hope they're being better to them than they were to me. But then some other of us might be like, well, I hope that, I hope that this new person's getting better treatment than me, but they may not be, or they may be, who knows, right? So this is kind of a curiosity video, and if you're going to be triggered by anything in the video or anything that I say, please click off the video, okay? Because we like to know the truth on Power Moon Tarot. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and get into it. For those of you that would like to follow me on TikTok or Instagram, details are in my description box for how to do that. And we will be having an extended reading for each pile, which you can follow me to my Vimeo channel, where we're going to look at, in this reading, we're going to talk more about how they're treating the new person and kind of what's been going through their head with regard to the new person, etc. But on the extended reading, we are going to look at, do they have any regrets about your connection with them, okay? And is there anything else that they need to let you know, basically, on the extended reading, okay? So let's go ahead and get into it then. For everybody, let's get settled in and welcome in Spirit to connect with us today as we work through these readings. And we have pile number 1, which is the white tea light. We have pile number 2, which is the purple tea light. And we have pile number 3, which is the yellow tea light. So choose whatever color your intuition is drawn to, whatever pile you feel you resonate most with. Again, you're free to watch more than one pile. There may be messages and multiple piles for you, okay? So let's go ahead and put aside the other piles for now, everybody. And happy Friday, everybody, as well. Today is Friday. It is the day of Venus. And for all you Venus-ruled people out there, a little pep in your step on Fridays. Actually, the vibe in the collective is always just kind of better, like more optimistic, more like you feel like this deep sigh in the collective that kind of comes over you. And it's a really good time to do intuitive work too, because when you have this kind of energy that is sort of calming in a way, it helps us like become more intuitive and less tightly wound up, okay, when we're relaxed. So let's go ahead and get into it, everybody. Pile number 1. Okay. Pile number 1, welcome to your reading. You chose the white tea light, and today's reading is called How Are They Treating Their New Person? Okay, and again, this reading isn't for the faint of heart, because I'm going to simply read the energy and see how they're treating their new person, pile number 1. So enter at your own risk, my darlings. And we will be having an extended reading where we're going to look at if this person has any regrets when it comes to your connection with them, anything else that they would like to tell you as well, if there's any hidden issues, any things that they need to communicate. Okay, pile number 1. So, and for those of you that haven't checked out my new channel, Light of Ascension Tarot, there's a link in my description box below to my new channel. That channel is more focused on spiritual type readings, okay? So let's go ahead and channel it in. I feel like doing this like I'm a fire starter. Okay, I don't know why I just got the word twig and berries. The old twig and berries. Okay, pile number 1. Let's go ahead. Let's go. Something about berries. The old twig and berries and berries in general. So let's go ahead and get into it. Pile number 1. Spirits, angels, and guides, please help connect me to the beautiful energy. Relax us, make us calm, make us present to the energy that we're seeing and feeling today. And yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. Pile number 1. I just felt like my neck crack a little bit. I feel like I want to like stretch my feet, stretch my neck, stretch like the arches of my feet. So let's do it, pile number one. Let's go ahead and get into it. Let's get nice and calm and relaxed. The Hermit's on the bottom of the deck, so some of you guys could be dealing with a Virgo, or somebody has Virgo in their chart. But let's go ahead and find out, how are they treating their new person right now? Let's see. Well, I had a feeling this card was going to come out when I decided I wanted to use this deck for the reading, okay? These are like Akashic Record cards right here, this yellow card. And I think I got these when I was in Sedona at a shop, as I recall. But anyway, I had a feeling, you know, and I knew when this feeling came up that this is card number 20, and it says karmic board, okay? So definitely this person is experiencing some karma right now, pile number one. And you know, karma is just the balance of experience, right? We don't want to get too crazy stuck on good karma, bad karma. What you do comes back to you. That's kind of a basic view of karma, although it's not one that I like disagree with, but karma is really just the collection of all of our experiences as a soul, and it's very fitting for an Akashic Records deck that I have here. But the karmic board is also supposedly like so go with me here for a minute, pile number one. Supposedly when we exit the earth plane, there's a karmic board that, for instance, like Kuan Yin is on this karmic board, and there's others there too who are, you know, looking at our souls and looking at the karma, either the positive or negative karma that we generated in this lifetime and many lifetimes, okay? So it's kind of like a reckoning, if you will, all right, that this person has experienced in their new connection is what I feel like, pile number one. And we have grace here. So maybe this person has been trying to forgive themselves and has had to face kind of what, you know, they did in the past. I do feel like this person may feel like they're becoming a better person. All right. I just saw some like piece of black like float. I don't know if it was a floater or what the hell it was. It looks like it's black smoke coming off of here. This candle has really been having a lot of black smoke. So talking about a lot of releasing over here on the left, which would be my left. But it says, grace supports our smooth adaptation and anticipation of life's currents and changes as we evolve toward a higher version of ourselves on this earthly plane, bridging the divine with the human essence. Yeah. So maybe this person working on forgiving themselves or owning up to what they did in the past. But let's see here. We have addicted. Okay. So this person could struggle with addiction, or, you know, this card also to me kind of feels like the 10 of Swords, because we see the 10 swords in the back. So talk about a reckoning, talking about having to face, you know, what we kind of brought on ourselves, really, is what I think. And you may have been with this person, pile number one, during a really difficult chapter of their life. And, you know, and it can be, you know, it's like, I feel like with this grace card in the middle here, they're doing better now, pile number one, which might make you feel like, ugh, you know, because like maybe you did a lot to help this person or to try to be there for them, pile number one. And I think that they really did need your help. They really did need like your attention. And I'm getting like the T names, or a name like Tom, but just the T names. You don't have to get stuck on Tom, but for some of you that know a Tom or a Thomas, then, you know, pay really close attention to these messages. Anyone with a T name, okay, as well. So yeah, I mean, it's like, you know, I think they're doing a little bit better now, and they've had to kind of take responsibility for their life path, okay? We have boat, we have moving on and closure on the past, okay? So I think they're doing a little bit better. This person may be going to meetings or seeing a therapist or some kind of like self-help, and that's gonna make them better in a connection here. Yeah, this person dealing with the sense that they're like not enough, that, you know, they don't deserve love, and it can be really hard to be with someone when they're in that space, okay? And I think, you know, this person is doing better, but ironically, they may be with someone who's kind of like they were before, all right? And they may be having to sort of do for them what you did for them, pile number one, okay? And some people will point at that and go, well, that's karmic, that's karma, right? But, you know, I mean, there's also like a thing of like the energy that we attract and the, you know, experiences that we have and the learnings that we go through, okay? But I definitely feel like this person, your prior person, may be trying to convince their new partner that, you know, basically think of what you did for them. I feel they're doing it for them, okay? We have eternity and snake, right? What a tangled web we weave, right? And it's kind of like the Ouroboros here with the snake eating its own tail. Like, that's what I was talking about with this energy of they've sort of gone back. It's almost like they are now you, which in this connection with this new person. And it's really giving them the full circle. Like, they've really had to come full circle here and kind of accept. And I think, you know, through doing this person has had quite a bit of illumination, and they've really had to swallow a lot of pride, I feel here, pile number one. And you may not have had the luxury of seeing that when you two were together, but it definitely happened. Like, you know, this person hit rock bottom, the world came crashing down on them, etc. Okay? I'm getting the initial T and S, also like T.S. Eliot, like the author or books, or maybe you guys have a connection to that, but definitely that kind of tangled web, figuring out the puzzle piece here, okay? Yeah, I knew it. I knew it. Here it is. Whenever I get this fire ant card, there's like how many cards in this animal deck? There has got to be like, I don't know, 100, probably not 100, maybe 80 something cards, 65, 80 here for this animal deck. But I tell you what, when this fire ant comes up, I'm like, fuck, you know? And I feel like, you know, they're having to be the one now to kind of deal with some of this like really environmental irritants, okay? And I see them like coming and maybe, you know, trying to help this person that they're with, and then being like, oh, I can't do this, and then backing away. And I see it really kind of, you know, putting a lot of truth in this person's face, and also at times really testing them. And it could be downright irritating at times to them, okay? This is the fire ant, and, you know, fire ants, I think they can bite too, you know? And they leave like red marks and rashes, and don't they almost make you feel like you have a fever on a certain part of your body? I've never gotten bit by one, thank fucking God. But like, you know, I mean, this person may have some health issues as well. I feel this person may have a bad temper, or they may get, you know, very jealous and very much just incensed temperamentally, okay? And this person, I feel like, is having to help this person, all right, now. It's like they're the ones that are having to help this person, which is interesting energy, okay? And, you know, the thing about it is that they're not 100% well themselves. They're doing better than before, pile number one, but they're not 100% well themselves. So they probably shouldn't be, you know, like dipping their toes in. And I just feel like they're irritating their wounds even more. It's like salt in the wound, okay, by dealing with this new person. And they're not quite ready to like be somebody's therapist. They're still like healing themselves, okay? They're still trying to get closure in their own life. We have Queen of Chalices. So I do feel like this person needs a lot of attention, a lot of love. They need, you know, they need a lot of just sensitivity and comfort. And I do feel like this person, you know, I feel like sometimes your person falls short, and that this person can get angry easily, and they can get quite upset easily too. It's like when they're emotionally balanced, they're good to go, all right, this new person that they're with. But I also feel like they can easily, their mood can shift in 5 seconds flat, okay? And I think it's a lot for your ex-person to deal with here, okay? And yeah, we have 8 of Wands. So again, here's the, could spirit be any clearer, right? Here is them like speeding, and this person may look like your person. I see somebody here wearing like a brown or red shirt with like darkish brownish reddish hair, you know, and I feel like they feel like there's some kind of like superhero that they're like, look, I saved the day, right? Like I'm rushing in, I saved the day, I'm doing really good. Like, what do you need? I'm here to help you, right? But it's like not enough, okay? Like this person rushes in to try to help this new person, but it's kind of like not enough, all right? And it may just inflame the situation and make it even worse. Like I see the word fuck here, like I gotta like be honest, but like not in a good way. I see like fuck 8. I don't know what that means, but yeah, I mean like fuck in the number 8 or fuck 8 as in eating, but I feel like this person is like, I'm gonna come in and like make things right. I'm also seeing the initials FJ here. And fly, I'm seeing the word fly. So like, like hurry in, hurry in, hurry in. What's going on? What do you need? I'm here to help, being that kind of energy. And I see them just kind of like, yeah, like you're late, or yeah, you're, you know, I had to deal with this all by myself. Like, thanks a lot. Okay. And yeah, like they try to hurry and for this person, but I feel like this person has already been waiting. All right, not really the greatest vibes here, pile number 1. We have Golden Palace. So, you know, maybe this person has a nice place to live, or they got a house in a divorce, or they have a house in kind of a secluded area. I also feel like I'm seeing like AMC. Isn't that a movie theater, AMC? But I feel like, or this person could be into movies or something, but I feel like, you know, this person may have a lot of things that they need done at their house, or they may have a lot of, like this looks, even though it's the Golden Palace, it looks kind of like an older house. So maybe this person needs some help with things, all right? Something could be wrong with the foundation of their home, or they just need some projects done or something. And this person's like, here, I'm to the rescue, but it doesn't really satisfy this person, okay? It doesn't really satisfy them that much. We have Mercury here. So yeah, this is an 8 of Wands, is a Mercury and Sagittarius card. We could have Sagittarius and Gemini. We could have, with Cancer, we could have Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio here too. But with this Mercury card, it's like come with the swiftness. And I do feel like this person tries to come in and help, but I feel like they make the situation worse. Like they don't really know what they're doing, or I'm seeing the initials D and Z. Okay, A-Z or DZ here. I'm seeing like A-I-Z-A, Asia. But yeah, I feel like this person needs a lot of sorting out maybe at their home here. And this person is like, you know, rushing in, like, what do you need? I'm here to help or whatever. But I just think they're not really like doing that great. We have triangle, uh-oh. So the person that they're with could be thinking about, you know, being with someone else actually, because they're not like satisfying them, and they're not bringing their, they're falling short. We have not enough here, okay? So I feel this person is somehow falling short to this new person, and the person that they're with may actually be considering being with another person, or finding someone else, or considering talking to someone from their past, okay? They may be thinking like, is this connection actually even worth it? All right, I feel like here's your person, your ex-person, pile number 1, looking at this person like, what's up? And then, but I feel like their gaze is on somebody else, all right? They may be kind of, this new partner may be kind of using your old partner to kind of do things for them. I feel like too, in a way, okay? So they may not be treating them in the best way is what I feel. And we have work here. Okay, so this person that they're with, they could be talking to someone else at work or attracted to somebody who has a bit more stability in their life, or somebody who is like more together, more financially together. Okay, that was some of the energy I was getting as I was just broadly like channeling and pulling the oracle cards. Is, you know, somebody like with money problems, or somebody that is having some issues with money, but I feel like this person is looking over here and say, kiss me over here on my cheek. Okay, and I do feel like their current partner may actually be finding someone at work or into someone at work. Okay, and yeah, and if this happened with you and this person, if they were in a triangle with you and they were hanging out with somebody else at work, or you had suspicions that they are, I mean, talk about the karmic board, pile number one, like, woo la la, my babies, and pile number one. And I feel like somebody here could have green eyes too, and wear like black eyeliner or gray eyeliner with, or blue, actually blue eyeliner with green eyes here. Yeah, but I feel like the person that they're with may actually be considering like somebody else rather than your ex person here. Okay, which is gonna be quite a kick in the crotch to the ego, I feel like. And I kind of feel like your person may not be paying attention sometimes, but then when this person calls, they show up. And so it's like the cycle just continues here. Let's go ahead, spirits, angels, and guides. Can you show me how this person is treating their current partner? How is this person treat day-to-day level here? The Fool. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think they see your person as kind of like a fool, okay? Like that they don't really know, like they may actually be keeping secrets from your person, and thinking like, you know, pile number one, like your ex-person is kind of naive. They don't really know what they're doing. They don't really have a clue. They have the attention span of a fruit fly anyway. So like whatever, okay? And they're very maybe young or immature. Even if they're older, they could have, your person, I feel like, so now I'm like, we're talking in riddles here, but but the person that is currently with your ex here is wanting someone who's like more stable, more grounded, who, you know, maybe has some more money. I feel like your ex-person could have a lot of harebrained ideas, pile number one. They could be kind of young at heart, really fun and engaging to talk to, but not the best on the follow through here. Yeah, and talk about addictions and habits. And, you know, I think that their current partner has an issue with your person's past, okay? It could be because of your guys' past connection or just their past in general. All right, and they know they're looking for somebody like more polished, I think, with this work than your ex, okay? And your person is doing their best, your ex-person is doing their best here to restart their life, to be optimistic, to have a brand new day. Like, it's like in AA when you get your chip, you know, it doesn't matter if it's 1 day or 100 days, like we have a new day, we can start over, etc., right? But I think this person that they are currently with has a problem with your person's past, okay? And maybe some of you guys in pile number one are like, well, rightfully so, you know, rightfully so, he or she should, because they got some real, you know, and I'm not trying to demonize anything here, pile number one, for people that have dealt with, you know, because I mean, we all have pasts, but yeah, I feel like this person, their past makes them a little bit uncomfortable with your ex-person here. We have 10 of Pentacles. Okay, so yeah, again, they are trying to project this image that they are open to like having like a traditional family and like, you know, being like, you know, together as in being like that father figure, that mother figure, or that great husband, or that great wife, or great boyfriend, or great girlfriend, you know. But I feel like they are sometimes pretty pissed off at this person that you used to be with, okay? And the problem in between here is this devil energy. And, you know, this person, your ex-person, pile number one, trying to project an image that everything's cool, everything's great, everything is wonderful, it's a new day, let's start over. But, you know, and I feel like this new one is a little bit annoyed with this, okay? And yeah, I just see your person is like not quite done, like enjoying life, having fun, you know. I mean, let's not pile up on the Geminis here, because I got a lot of cool Geminis in my life, and my boyfriend's a Gemini too, so we won't pile up too much on the Geminis. But I feel like they're, especially like younger Geminis or certain things, pile number one, like there can be this attitude of, you know, fuck it, like we only live once, we only have today, right? What's that song by Pitbull? You know, been there, done that, but you only live once, or whatever. So yeah, I feel like your person is, I feel like your ex-person here, pile number one, is still like very optimistic. They're very like, let's try this, let's invest in this, but there's some like dark shadows lurking here, okay? And, you know, I think that your ex-person hopes that, you know, that there's gonna be a, you know, a reconciliation here between them and this person that they're currently with, or that the energy is going to like be more reciprocal, or not. I mean, because it's not necessarily reciprocation that they feel. I think it's more like we're on the same page, okay? And that their person is being like agreeable to them and like wants to hang out with them, because I think this person that they're with sometimes like gives attitude, okay, towards them. So I think they just are wanting, your ex-person is wanting to see a day where these two can kind of be together and have it flow better, okay? And let's see, when it comes to pile number one, we're gonna go into this in the extended reading, pile number one, but let's get one card here. When it comes to pile number one, also feeling the number 32, Spirit's showing me the number 32, or 3 and 2. Okay, that may be significant here, but let's go ahead and see. Let's go ahead and see, Spirits, angels, and guides. When it comes to pile number one, what does this person, X, think of pile number one? I mean, good thing you got out when you did, pile number one. I mean, they think you have some kind of secret sauce that they yet do not possess. I mean, even if they didn't act like that, and even if the breakup didn't feel like that, and even if you guys, I mean, I think that they just think that you're a self-starter, that you're very active, you're independent, you're confident, you speak with authority. Okay, we could have Virgo energy, Virgo, Gemini energy here too, but you know that you are just like, there's nothing stopping you anymore in life, and that you're being free and having fun and enjoying yourself, all right? And they may think that something about this, I mean, if you guys were, if the Fool and the Magician could actually be a decent match, but like, who's gonna bring like the grounded kind of day-to-day stability energy? And that's what this person might think, that, you know, you guys like had this crazy connection together, just undeniable, but maybe you were both headed down two different paths. And I think this person is probably actually looking to have a more, I think it would make them feel better about themselves, honestly, pile number one, to have like a regular traditional family life. I think it would like validate them in some way, is what I'm getting at, pile number one. And so, you know, that's why I feel they put a lot of energy into this new situation here, hoping for the best, but they're kind of a free spirit underneath it all. So I think it's a bit of a fool's errand, okay? But we are gonna go ahead and hit the extended reading, pile number 1 next. And we're gonna find out, like, does this person have any regrets when it comes to you? You know, have they been thinking of you? Also, you know, what's coming next for you in love, pile number 1? And what do your guides and angels have to say about this situation, okay? So thank you so much, pile number 1. That was a very interesting reading. I just got the name Leslie too. Spirit just said the name Leslie to me, or the L names. So if one of you resonates with that, leave me a comment and let me know. Let's go ahead and get into it. Let's do it, pile number 2. Okay. Pile number 2, welcome to your reading. You chose the purple tea light, and today's reading is called How Are They Treating Their New Person? This was a subscriber request video. Again, this video could be very triggering or upsetting. If you don't want to hear how your ex or your ex-person is treating someone new in your life, then definitely switch off the video. Some of you guys may be like, I don't give a fuck how they're treating their new person. That asshole can take a hike, okay? Can take their asshole and hike off a mountain and fall into it, okay? And I understand it if you feel that way, pile number 2. Some of you may be feeling that way, and yet you're like, I want to watch the video anyway. So just, you know, heed my warning, pile number 2. We are going to have an extended reading, and you can follow me to my Vimeo channel, and we'll find out, is this person have any regrets? Do they have anything else that they want you to know about your guys' connection? And then what's next for you in love, pile number 2, and what do your angels and guides have to say about this, okay? But let's go ahead and get into it for my beautiful pile number 2s. Oh, wanted to mention, if you haven't checked out my new channel, Light of Ascension Tarot, there's a link in my description box to my new channel, which is more of a spiritual type reading, okay? So let's do it. Spirits, angels, and guides, please be with me now for my gorgeous pile number 2s who chose the amazing purple tea light. Let's hit it with the third eye chakra. Let's hit it and quit it, pile number 2. Okay, let's activate it. Let's do it. Let's check it. Let's see, how are they treating their new person? I just got like that kind of like marching energy, like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, maybe a military kind of a vibe. But let's get into it. Or kind of robotic, maybe, kind of a robotic vibe. Maybe somebody here works in technology as well. Let's go ahead and see. Spirit just told me R2-D2, maybe somebody, R2-D2, Star Wars. Okay, let's get into it. We have card 40 and totem animals. So, you know, I feel like I see the 2 wolves here. So, I mean, again, this person could be thinking like, I found somebody really cool who's really like me, who has some of the same hobbies that I have, some of the same interests, and maybe this person and your ex, pile number 2, are both night owls, or they like staying up and gaming, or staying up and playing games, or staying up and talking or reading, or, you know, I kind of feel like they think like maybe you think that they and this new person or the person they've been with are like kind of 2 peas in a pod, you know, and that they sort of like run in the same pack. Maybe both have dogs as well. Maybe they're both animal people and into dogs, but let's go ahead and see. We have integrity. Okay, the energy of integrity supports our choice to be consistently truthful and honest while being guided by high moral standards, all right? So I'm drawn to the purples and the greens on here. I mean, integrity is heart energy, but it's also like, you know, third eye, I feel, in a way too, with integrity. This person may be with someone that's a little bit younger than them, I feel too. Or maybe, you know, vice versa. I feel like there could be an age difference here, but I do feel like this person's like thinking that they're aligned with where they should be and what they're doing. But let's see what else we get. We have, is this me? Okay. I had a feeling this card was going to come up when I was pre-shuffling the oracle cards, but is this me? All right. And I feel like your person, honestly, I'm getting that Libra energy, pile number 2. Okay. not to pick on Libras, but just anybody that's a little bit indecisive, that when they get together with someone, they cut their hair like them, they start talking like them, they get into the same hobbies of that as them. Okay, like this person, when they like someone, they start doing the same shit that the other person does to get like emotionally closer to them here too, because I'm drawn to the moon up here in the corner, all right? And you know, the issue is around integrity for your ex, pile number 2, and them, you know, when they either expect other people to do this for them, or they do this with other people, right? Where it's like, we have to copy each other, everything that you like, I like, right? It's kind of that, like, almost like together too much, almost just kind of like revolting, kind of like we wear the same t-shirt to, like, you know, a Disney theme park kind of a thing, like a shirt that says I'm with whatever and then I'm with whatever, right? I kind of feel that energy here, and this person is saying, is this me? Okay, is it me? All right. And I feel like sometimes they may like forget themselves in connections, or they may expect other people to just kind of be like them in connections. Really an issue of integrity here, all right? I just got the word Jezebel too, so I don't know if some of you guys relate to that, or you talked about that, or you saw something with that lately, but yeah. We have the hammer here, so, you know, they are trying to work on this connection with their person, but you know, there's this element of the hammer can build something up, but it also can destroy something and sabotage something that could be good. But you know, yeah, just as I was saying that, I mean, come on, we have the hammer and the axe. Absolutely. I think that this person has been going through some, like, you know, those, you know, when you get to know someone in the first 6 months and it's like, wow, we're exactly the same. Everything's hunky-dory, right? Whoa. And then, and then, you know, differences start to come up and things start to appear. And then it's like fights start happening, or we have the axe here. So, you know, talking about building something up only to kind of, you know, bring it down, I feel like sometimes here. Pile number 2. And yeah, I do feel like they could be going through it, and they could be asking themselves, like, is this me? Like, am I the, you know, like, did I do something here, right? And this person may have a habit of kind of going through those cycles with people where they're feeling very bonded and very close, and then it's like, you know. We have book and knowledge here. So desperately, this person needing to learn about themselves, needing to understand like who they are, be in their integrity. And yeah, I talked about like reading at night. I mentioned that in the intro here too. So they may like the same type of like writers or authors or, you know, musicians, etc. And they may have that in common. I do feel like they have things in common, but I also feel like, you know, just having things in common, I mean, it's a good place to start in a connection, but like we still have to be ourselves, okay? Yeah, we have the rabbit. Here's a person who's a little bit afraid to kind of be who they are and own who they are, or who is afraid to sort of, and it was interesting because I remember I had a boyfriend in my early 30s, and he was kind of like this. He was an Aquarius, which you would think wouldn't have a problem, but he had a bunch of stuff in the 7th house, and he was Libra rising, and he could kind of go along with things at times, especially when it came to his family, I would see. And, you know, this is this energy of kind of, you know, needing to sort of like, ascertain like who you are and be in who you are with integrity, right? And I feel like sometimes this person may be afraid to tell their new partner certain things that they're noticing or picking up, or they might be afraid to like disagree, all right? Or they might be afraid to like just come out with it and be themselves, like some aspect of themselves here. We have 6 of Swords. So, you know, they could go on trips together is what I see here too, or they could be planning something. But you know, I feel like the person that they're with has no idea that they are sometimes like spacing out or not really knowing what's going on. I think the person that they're with thinks everything is hunky-dory. Like I said, here's the rainbow here, and they're pointing at it. And wow, look at this. Like if they go somewhere together and I feel like, you know, this person has a sense of duty to this person, that new person that they're with. Like, I should take them to do things, or we should go and do things, etc. And I feel like their new partner enjoys this, and they're like, wow, look at this. And they may even have kids as well that they take along or furry friends, etc. But I feel like your person is like kind of like spacing out during these times and maybe thinking about other things. They may have other interests. I feel like they could have some other unique interests that they're not really telling this new partner. And then when the new partner finds out, knowledge finds out, it's like there's some fighting, and it's like they kind of feel like they need to kind of stay on the like, you know, most traveled path is kind of what I feel here. We have the Seven of Wands. So yeah, I mean, and oh, I see a German Shepherd here and a couple of other dogs. But, you know, I feel like this person that they're with I don't feel like they're a bad person at all, pile number 2, this person that they're with. I just think that they're kind of like set in their ways and the way they see the world, and they've got, you know, their things that they're into. And, they may have like as much as they may be into like reading and learning and all of that, I feel like they maybe haven't traveled as much as you, pile number 2. Like they don't have the same experience as you. They don't have, you know, they don't have as much like of an open mind, I feel, as you, pile number 2, okay? And that might be a little bit hard for this person to sort of deal with. Okay. And because I do feel like, you know, talking, knowledge, etc. is important to your ex, pile number 2. And so I feel like this person that they're with now could be a little bit of a boring conversationalist at times, or just might be kind of repetitive about the way that they think or do things. And I'm getting that Aquarius energy of your person sort of hiding their weird in front of this person, okay? Which isn't great. And it could be like sexually too, like hiding their weird. Okay, we have card 47 and a sacred pool. So I feel like sometimes your ex-partner here, pile number 2, wants to escape from this connection at times and feels the responsibility of it. And they just kind of want to go on their own. I have card 47 and 25 here. I talked about an age difference, a big gap in experience here. But I feel like sometimes they just kind of want to escape this situation, pile number 2, and kind of set it aside is the energy that I'm getting here. And they feel like they should be committed to this person and that they should be enjoying themselves. So it's a little bit of cognitive dissonance, I feel here, pile number 2. I mean, there's a lot of people that are in, quote unquote, what looks like good relationships, but underneath it, there's some dynamics, you know? There it is. There's the Aquarius. Yep. Somebody afraid to show their weird, nervous about, you know, like sharing with someone what they think or sharing their views, or even sexually talking about things that they're into. And I get that sometimes this person just needs some space, some distance and space to kind of like clear this energy, all right? And obstacles, yeah, definitely with the axe here and the hammer. I mean, when you look at this axe and hammer, they're pretty small compared to this big obstacle here. So, you know, there's some obstacles with this person. I honestly kind of feel like you and this person were maybe a better match, pile number 2, even if you don't want to be with this person anymore. And I can see why, because they're coming off a little spineless to me, honestly. Like, I mean, I get it that people are afraid sometimes to be themselves, but you know, if they're older and they're still kind of playing this game or whatever, it's almost like they don't want to like displease mommy or something. I mean, they're going to have issues, okay? Obstacles here and past love. Yeah, I think that they are still kind of hung up on you in a way here, pile number 2, all right? And they've also experienced these same obstacles in different forms in their past relationships as well, maybe even with you, pile number 2. So, you know, I feel like they're just kind of repeating the same cycle. It's not like you shouldn't have to feel like you need to escape your connection because you can't be yourself. It's like, you know, when they're with this person, they're like sometimes looking at their watch or counting down the hours, although they do like them, I feel. But it's like a lot of times they just are excited to kind of get away and be on their own. Very interesting energy, okay? It's funny because I was channeling the name Tom in pile number 1. Now I feel like I'm channeling Tim, and I'm like, what's up with the T names in this reading? In these readings today? I'm like, what the heck? But let's see. I'm also getting the name Raquel, all right? Or the R names, R-T names, all right? What's that song? 3 little birds sat on my window and they told me everything was gonna be okay, right? What's that little song? It's on TikTok right now. 3 little birds sat on my window, all right? And they told me not to bother or whatever. But yeah, I feel like this person wants to kind of feel like, you know, they want to feel like liberated in their connection, but I feel like they also need space or something at times, I feel like. Pile number 2, and it's a little boring, I think, for them. I mean, maybe they had some better times with you, pile number 2. Is that true? Do you know this for a fact? You might even have heard about some of this stuff too, with obstacles and them still kind of doing the same thing. But let's go ahead and see on a day-to-day level, how are they treating this person? The Tower, wow. Well, you know, talking about breaking up and trying to get back together, I do feel they've had some problems with this person. And, you know, with the Tower, things erupt. We can't keep things buried forever. It's a matter of integrity. And, you know, when you're trying to pretend someone that you're not, it feels like you're in a disgusting, like, creepy, crawly skin suit that you can't like brush off of you. It just feels like you're like trapped, you know what I mean? And I feel like this person feels that way. They feel very trapped at times. They feel, I'm also getting the word vulnerable. Like it's almost like they're vulnerable to be themselves, so they would rather kind of push everything under. But I do feel like on a day-to-day level here, they are having some fights. All right, they are, because when you do that, when you have that kind of energy, you will have some fights, okay? 6 of Cups, they still try to keep working on it, pile number 2. They still try to fix the problem. It's like, you know, it shouldn't be this hard with the 6 of Cups. Like, let's just say we're sorry. Let's just apologize, move past this. I feel like they may try to come and do something, you know, at the house or bring a gift, or, you know, I'm just drawn to the plant here and the fact that like he's handing her a plant. And yeah, we have card 16 and then the number 6, right? So what a difference the number 1 makes, right? You take away the 1. And I feel like this person, that's how they feel. Like they have to take away themselves, the 1 here, in order to kind of keep the peace in this connection, and that they're constantly having to kind of like bridge the gap because they're messing up, okay? Here's the 6 of Swords, you know, hang a freaking sign on your door and, you know, gone fishing, right? Gone fishing for the weekend, you know, like there's, I feel like this person almost feels like it's their duty to kind of go and do something nice or bridge the gap. But this person would rather be like, you know, I just get the feeling they think it's a duty, and then when they're done with it, they can kindly and finally kind of go be themselves, okay? And you know, I don't think they're trying to, the word kindly came up, I don't think they're trying to like do anything bad necessarily, pile number 2. I just think that they don't really understand why they always kind of feel this need to detach or to kind of like get away on their own, or, you know, and we all need, truth be told, we all need like free time, and we all need, you know, moments away and things like that. But it just gets to be, you know, like a bit much here. We have 1666, so 666 here too. Yeah, like this person just saying, okay, like wanting to space out, I feel kind of here. And we have the Sun card as well. So this person may have a child or a pet that your ex person, pile number 2, their new partner may have a child or a pet, or something that kind of keeps the energy moving or keeps things alive. Something about, and if it's not that, then, you know, I just got that SWV song in my head. Something about the way you do, the things that you do knocks me right off of my feet, right? Can't explain why your love and makes me weak. I don't know why, I just got that. But, you know, I mean, I feel like, you know, try to fight it, you know, like there's lyrics from that song. I feel like this person, your person kind of keeps returning back to this situation, even though it's like the energy 666 is like gotten really repetitive. It's kind of the same thing, breakup to makeup. Then they kind of take off again. Then they come back with an apology. I won't do that again. I swear. Like, I feel so much better now. I'm so happy. I'm also getting the P names right now, or like Paul, okay, or P names. But yeah, like it's almost like after they're done being a punk ass, it's like they come back and they're like, yeah, you know, like I'm so much better. I feel so much better. I got the time away that I needed. But then it's the 10 of Wands. It just takes one or two things, and something about the communication here too. It's interesting. I was talking about the 3 little birds sitting on the window, and here's this bird here. But something about the communication feeling heavy, the day-to-day getting really grindy and really heavy with whatever this person has going on, all right? And I feel like sometimes they may think this connection is like another thing that they have to do. I mean, underneath it, I feel like this person like wants to be like a Tom Sawyer or something and go like explore the world, you know, like a Lewis and Clark, right? And I feel like underneath it all, this person has like, you know, a desire to be like very free and very like, you know, like without a lot of stuff. I feel like this person, like they could be a minimalist, or they could like, you know, if it wasn't for this relationship, I feel like this person could go and like live out of their van or go whatever, you know. I feel like travel light on your feet, okay? And I mean, I feel like this situation's really the only thing that's kind of holding them back. And I feel like sometimes they think this situation's holding them back with this new person, okay? Which is, it's interesting, like it's an obstacle to overcome or something. But let's go ahead and get one card for, and we're gonna dip more into this pile number 2 in the extended reading about, do they have any regrets about your connection, anything that they wanna tell you or let you know? We'll look at that in the extended reading, okay? There'll be a link to my Vimeo channel below. I had a feeling something big was gonna come out, yeah. When it comes to you, pile number 2, like, you know, I mean, I think this person, we have past loves and obstacle, past love and obstacle here. So, and judgment is coming up. So, you know, did something happen in 2020 with you and this person? Did something happen within the last year or the last 2 years? All right. Were you guys going to be married? Were you guys going to do some, I mean, was this connection like, did it get burned to the ground? Like, pile number 2 is what I feel. And I feel like I want to say almost for no reason with the 9 of Swords on the bottom of the deck. But I know you guys are going to say, no, there was definitely a reason. Okay. But I feel like this person is saying like for almost no reason. Like not like, why did this have to happen? And I don't understand. And I thought everything was okay. All right. And it's almost like they're doing that with this new person. Okay. They're kind of like pushing things down, and maybe some of you guys did that too. And then you had this major, you know, liberation, revelation about the connection, but something that someone didn't really see coming and was clearly very challenging to get through with the Nine of Swords may have caused a lot of anxiety. And talk about being up late at night. Definitely something about that in this connection, okay? But that's what I'm getting, pile number 2, okay? I feel like the word maven is coming through. Maven. What does that mean? Okay. Maven, raven, right? Anyway. Okay, pile number 2. I'm going to move on to pile number 3 now. But for those of you that haven't checked out my new channel, Light of Ascension Tarot, there's a link in my description box below to my new channel. I hope that you will join me there too and join me on your extended reading. We'll see you again soon, pile number 2. And let's go ahead and move on to pile number 3. Clear the energies, please and thank you, Spirit. We always have to thank our spirits every day and say thank you for working with us. Thank you for being here with us. Thank you for showing us the way and for assisting us on our path, okay? So let's go ahead and do it. Pile number 3, welcome to your reading. You chose the yellow tea light, and today's reading is called How Are They Treating Their New Person? Now, this was a subscriber request reading, and as I said in the other piles, enter at your own risk. And, you know, I hope what I share isn't triggering to you, pile number 3, but, you know, I like to read the energy very accurately and give you 100% straight up what I'm getting to the best of my ability, pile number 3, okay? So I think it's really important that you know that and that I'm not intentionally ever trying to trigger anyone. And if something does trigger you, then just click off the reading, okay? Or take it bite-sized, one day at a time, pile number 3. So let's go ahead and get into it. We'll also have an extended reading, which you can follow me to my Vimeo channel, and we'll look at, you know, does this person have any regrets when it comes to your connection? What else do they have to share with you? And then what do your angels and guides want to share with you? Okay, I'm definitely getting the energy of the throat chakra, being expressive, explaining things with my hands. I talk with my hands a lot, pile number 3, but I'm really feeling like I want to do it a lot in your reading for whatever reason. I'm like, okay, hopefully I'm not annoying you, pile number 3. But let's go ahead and get into it. Okay. Spirits, angels, and guides, please connect me to the beautiful energy of my wonderful pile number 3s. And let's look at their ex-person and see how are they treating their new person. How is this person treating their new person, Spirit, please? And thank you. I just got the word Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, okay? There's a movie and a book, and for those of you that don't know what that is, you can certainly look it up. It's kind of like, you know, whenever I think of Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, I think of Gemini energy, which is interesting, right? But yeah, I also feel like Cancer energy here too. So let's go ahead and see. We have a King of Wands on the bottom of the deck, Aries, Leo, Sag. So let's do it, pile number 3. How are they treating their new person? How? Pretty please. Cosmic lives, okay? So, you know, this person, I feel like, is maybe a little bit untethered right now, but I think they're kind of like floating and they're like, this is all good. I'm seeing number 6 here, which is like the Lovers. So, you know, I definitely think that they feel there's a connection between them and this new person, and maybe they feel that it was fated or written in the stars in some way. But let's go ahead and see what else we get here. We have honesty. The energy of honesty supports our choice to be courageously truthful and genuine with kindness and tact, okay? Well, interesting because I mentioned the number 6 in the Lovers card, and honesty in our choices that we make in life, okay? I'm also getting the word unaffected. Like, how is this person unaffected? Let's see. We have, I won't cry for you. There it is. That's why. I feel like, you know, this person, for you, pile number 3, is saying, like, they're not going to cry for this situation anymore. They just want to be honest with themselves and move forward. They just want to connect with someone again in like a really spontaneous and fated and kind of like law of attraction kind of way is what I'm sort of getting here, okay? And the funny thing is they're saying, I won't cry for you, but they're crying tears of blood. So, I mean, maybe talking about the emotional honesty I feel here, pile number 3, okay? We have card 22 and card 23. We have 4, 5, and 6, okay? Interesting. And, something here about being honest with their feelings. They may be acting very unaffected about the past or things that have happened, but crying some tears of blood, right? Cry me a river, right? Pile number 3. Addiction, all right? So, this person could be a person that believes in twin flame, or or that thinks that like everything is fate, and when they meet someone, it's like, whoa, which is cool, and it can definitely be like that in life. But this person, your ex-person, pile number 3, or the person that they're with currently may be kind of a love addict, okay? We have addiction here with cosmic lives. We can have codependency, controlling behavior as well. And somebody that has a block or is being restrained in some way. And then we have soulmates. Yeah, talk about love addict, okay? Thinking like, wow, like this is like amazing, right? But where's the honesty here? Because, are they being honest about their feelings with this new person? Let's go ahead and get some more information. We have clear quartz and heal. Okay, so something here, I mean, the clear quartz, you can see right through it, right? I feel like I see somebody's hand like up against a movie, like in a horror movie, how the hand like kind of like smears down the side. And somebody's like, no, don't. It's almost like somebody doesn't want someone to see sort of what they're going through. I'm getting the letter A, and I'm also seeing the letter B here, okay? And I'm seeing the number 9. So somebody here could have a birthday on the 9th. I'm seeing an R as well. But someone could have a birthday in September or on the 9th of the month, or the birthday adds up to a 9. But yeah, something about kind of getting caught in these cycles of like, wow, it's fated, we're meant to be, like, this is so cool, this is so awesome. And then like, what the fuck happened, right? Like, just kind of getting owned by it is what I see here. Like, not great. We have shark, okay? Yeah. So how are they treating this new person? I mean, I think they might be putting up a little bit, they might be being kind of dishonest and using their pain or using their past or their, like, this is my story, right? And it's so powerful and I'm going to tell you it, right? They may be kind of using that to manipulate or to their new partner, or to kind of get one over on them a little bit is what I think. Like, somebody here being like, whoa, I thought I knew who you were. I thought like I could see right through you. I'm seeing the number 8 here too. I'm seeing the name like Bart as well, like Bart Simpson, B-A-R-T. Maybe it's Bratty. I'm also seeing Bratty here, but like, there's this energy of like being able to see through something and see what it is, but making somebody thinking that they're seeing the whole picture, but underneath it, there's all this other stuff going on, okay? Shark, all right? Somebody is a shark in the water, and we have somebody crying tears of blood, and then, blood in the water, pile number 3, when there's a shark, that ain't a good thing, okay? So yeah, some interesting energy about being honest about their lives and who they are here. We have the Queen of Swords, okay? So their current partner, I feel like pile number 3 wants the truth. Is like, give me the fucking truth, okay? Like, tell me what's up. Tell me what's going on. Stop hiding things from me. Be honest with me. And stop pulling this bullshit, okay? And maybe stop playing the victim, all right? Because I won't cry for you right here, all right? And we have the Hangman here. So this person's being kind of a goofball is what I see, all right? And their current partner is like, I'm sick of your fucking games, or I'm sick of this bullshit that you do all the time. Like you're deflecting things and you're like putting yourself to be the victim in the situation, or you're ignoring the truth when it's like right in front of you. Okay. And yeah, I feel like their current partner is really like not feeling it. They have this ice pick in their hand or this sword in their hand, and this person's crotch is like in full view. And I feel like with one move, they could reach over and like stab them in the crotch with this sword. And, and I feel like your person, pile number 3, is like, I have a headache, and they may have a headache from like listening to this person or being put through the ringer. All right. And it could be your person that's putting them through the ringer, or their person that's putting them through the ringer, or both of them putting each other through the ringer, honestly. Because it's not super clear, although we have the clear quartz here. And somebody needing to, like, I feel like your ex needs to be single for a while, pile number 3. And I feel like they need to put relationships on pause for a while and focus on like healing and their spirituality. And, if they do have some issues with codependency or possessive controlling or, addiction, etc., like they need to spend some time in self-reflection. And I feel like the person that they're with now is like, bitch better have my money, or bitch better have my answer, or you better figure your shit out, okay? And a little impatient energy coming from their current partner. We have deep freeze here. So we could have Leo energy here, but I'm drawn to how this like lion is completely frozen and in a very like cold, inhospitable environment, okay? And yeah, their current partner is basically like, get your ass moving. Like, stop ignoring me. Stop pretending that you don't know what's happening. Stop being a total fucking goofball. I feel like they may be like eviscerating your ex's ego, pile number 3, or maybe they're doing this to their person. I mean, was your person a good person? I feel like this is a general reading, so it's a choose your own adventure. It's like, was your person a good person, or were they like a real shit show? Okay, because the eviscerating of the ego, it depends on who's taking it versus who's giving it. But definitely like feeling like very like humbled. And I feel like with the deep freeze here too, like the libido and the sexual connection is like not really on and popping. I definitely feel like somebody isn't feeling like super good about themselves, really, is what I feel. And so it's hard to be like really sexual in that kind of an environment. Yeah, we have scorpionic energy. We could have seen that coming from a mile away, couldn't we? Pile number 3 with the shark here. I almost said Scorpio. But, talking about like playing the victim, or, acting a certain way or telling a certain story to sort of like manipulate someone and be like, woe is me. All right. And I feel like their current partner is pretty like, emotionally hard done by, is what I want to say, pile number 3. Okay. And Scorpios are very passionate people, very like sexy lovemaking, like, kissing deeply, like making love for hours, sexual intensity, right? But, if you hurt them, or if they're going to shut off like sexually. I feel like someone in this partnership is not like getting laid. All right. Somebody like the sex has like died. Elvis has left the building, pile number 3. Okay. On this connection when it comes to the sexuality of it. All right. And, somebody here thinks the other person is like a stupid goofball, almost, is what I feel, or like looks down on them. All right. This isn't really good stuff. I mean, and if your person was honest with themselves, like I feel they could, if your ex was honest, like they could kind of get through this, but it's not happening. It's they may be deeply entrenched with this person, for financial reasons, or they can't leave, or just some kind of shit like that. but you know, I mean, I don't really feel like anything's like, there's no, the passion, the trust is kind of not there. Instead, there's a lot of coldness in this connection, I feel, pile number 3. And yeah, and I do feel like the person that they're with is like, what am I going to do about this? You know, is kind of the energy that I'm getting too. All right. And we have a young male here, and, you know, pulling on up here, like, what's going on? You know, how can I serve you today? Does somebody here work at like a car place or a car wash, or like changing oil or something like that? It's like, how can I serve you today? Pulling on up. How can I serve you? Letting me have my freedom and letting me get the fuck on out of this situation, okay? I feel like, you know, the person that they're with looks at your person like as like being young or a goofball or just like ineffectual in a way, is what I kind of feel. And I feel like their current partner is kind of like sayonara sucker. I kind of feel like I feel like some of them may just be staying because of, you know, they might just be biding their time, honestly, is kind of what I feel. All right. And there could be an age difference here because this woman looks a little bit older. The guy looks a little bit younger, but there could be somewhat of an age difference here. But I also feel like somebody could still be kind of interested in bringing back the affection or the sexual aspect. But the other person here is just like, doesn't want it. They're like, no thanks. Okay. Yeah, so like, you know, that whole freedom card, like better off, you know, better off without someone. I'm definitely getting that energy of somebody feeling like they're better off without like dead weight. Okay, yikes, pile number 3. So let's see on a day-to-day level, pile number 3, how is your ex treating this person? How are they treating this person? High Priestess, I mean, I kind of feel like they are treating them with some respect, okay? But it's like what they don't know won't hurt them, or, you know, they may be, this new person they're with may be like into the metaphysical. I was definitely getting that, like somebody who is into like spirituality or the metaphysical, okay? And the High Priestess is like divine feminine energy. So, you know, but you know, here with the High Priestess, not very sexual, okay? It's like having a respect for someone like the temple priest or something, but you're not sitting at home like whacking off to it, okay? And the High Priestess is wearing, you know, quite a bit of clothes, not even showing any ankle, barely even showing her wrists here, okay? So not a lot of sexual activity. I feel like this person is kind of, might be ignoring their new person and is just putting a lot of effort and energy into their work here with the 8 of Pentacles, or they're just trying to focus on other things, okay? They're just trying to like focus on work, focus on the daily grind, the details of the day. If they ask them like, can you go fix this or can you go do this? They're like, sure, I'll go do it. You know, I feel like on the day-to-day, it's not like they're dropping the ball here with the 8 of Pentacles, but I don't really feel any sexual chemistry at all here between these two, okay? I almost said these 3. I don't know why I said that, but interesting. And, you know, here's a Pluto card along with the Scorpio energy, and I feel like it's only a matter of time. And I mentioned that. I mean, I feel like they're like 2 ships passing in the night. There's nothing, you know, there's no paradise left here. You know, we're not knocking on heaven's door at all anymore. But I do feel like there's energy that's building up in actually like both of them, okay? Your ex and their current partner. And you know, I feel like somebody here could cheat, honestly, pile number 3. Like, who's gonna do it first, all right? If they kind of continue down this path, I feel like if it's a man and a woman here, I feel like it actually could be the woman, okay? Hooking up with someone else, like a Mrs. Robinson kind of a thing. Here's to you, Mrs. Robinson, right? Somebody here I feel like could yeah, pull the trigger here. All right, who's it gonna be? King of Pentacles. All right, well, you know, sometimes it's like you've been with someone for a long time, or you have a certain financial investment with them, or you don't really want to walk back on the investment, all right? Or thinking that something can turn around. But this King of Pentacles is, you know, I mean, taking care of the responsibilities and all of that, but, you know, it ain't no fun. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have none. Doggy dog is a doggy dog, pile number 3. Snoop Doggy Dog, okay? It ain't no fun if the homies can't have none. I mean, the sexual libido is completely gone, all right? But there could be somebody here who wants to hook up with a Taurus, Virgo, or a Capricorn, or there could be a King of Pentacles coming in on the scene here, okay? Because, you know, the court cards can definitely represent people, like new energy, new people coming into this equation, all right? And yeah, 5 of Swords causing some, you know, I do think there could be arguments about money and how money is best spent, or different philosophies on that. I do think that there could be some family fighting going on as well. Like, I do think your person, pile number 3, is like dealing with more than just this relationship. I feel like they could be dealing with shit at work. They could be dealing with shit in their family. I mean, I feel like it's almost like they don't want to rock the boat with their person currently, because they're like, you know, they don't have the bandwidth to sort of deal with the breakup of a connection right now, because they've got other fish to fry here, okay? They got other shit to kind of stare down and work through. And it could be like backstabbers at work, people trying to steal their ideas. It could be money issues. It could be like if they're a boss at their job, like a ton of people quitting and putting in their notice. Like, they just got a lot of shit, you know, pile number 3. Yeah, life is coming at them real fast, Knight of Wands. And, you know, I feel like they may have a friend or a brother. I'm definitely getting the energy of a younger brother, or somebody that kind of comes in here to try to assist them or try to help them. But, you know, they can't really do that much. I feel like your person has a lot of responsibility. And even if they have a partner or somebody else, like, they can come in and do 1 or 2 things, but I kind of feel like the responsibility rests with your ex, okay? And, you know, there's a lot of strife and disorganization in their daily environment, just with what is going on in general for them, pile number 3. So, I mean, I just feel like the relationship that they have currently is just kind of like there for whatever, okay? And, your person, though, at some point here with the Chariot, they're thinking about this can't last forever, okay? At some point, okay? And again, I feel like they keep kind of putting things off, or pushing them down the road, or kicking the can down the road, pile number 3. But it's like at some point, I can see them thinking about, like, you know, I'm going to break away from like 90% of my life, is kind of what I feel like they may be thinking or contemplating right now. And I almost feel like, you know, let's get off of them for a while, pile number 3, because that's a lot of them. And I want more of you, pile number 3. So let's go ahead and see, and we're going to get into this in the World card just popped out. We're going to go to the extended reading, and we're going to get more into, you know, do they have any regrets when it comes to you, pile number 3? And, you know, do they have anything to say to you, pile number 3? And also, what do your guides and angels have to say about your current love life, okay? So let's go ahead and look here and see. Let's get one final card for how pile number 3's ex-person here is looking at pile number 3. Ace of Swords. They may try to reach out to you, pile number 3, okay? They may, hey stranger, what's up? You know, what's up, all right? Like, how you doing? right? Like they're going to send you an email through AOL or something like that. Maybe they are very like old school in the way they communicate. I don't know, for some of you here, this just kind of, I was like, AOL, why am I getting AOL? But anyway, like, yeah, I feel like they miss your butt. I gotta be honest. Like I am seeing a butt right here, and I'm seeing like somebody doing it in the butt or putting things in someone's butt. Pile number 3. All right. So you know what I'm saying, pile number 3. All right. Some of you guys are like, I know exactly what you're saying, Natalie. Strength card on the bottom of the deck, Leo. And you're like, I don't want it. Like, keep your libido to yourself. Okay. Anyway, I definitely feel some of you guys in pile number 3 could be getting a "Hey stranger, how's it going?" text from this person, okay? And next, pile number 3, we are going to take it to your extended reading, okay? And we're going to get deeper into the energy, talk about all the things I mentioned. For those of you that haven't checked out my new channel, Light of Ascension Tarot, there's a link in my description box below to my new channel. Thank you so much, pile number 3. And thank you so much, everyone. And have a beautiful Friday. Take care.